back students. Yesterday we discussed about chapter 2. At first we discussed about the points of chapter 2. Then we discussed about how to identify a finite verb. I think you have done activity 1. Open your grammar notebook and look at the activity. I am dictating the answer. Tell the answer with your answers. Activity 1. Nilima has a good memory. Here the finite verb is has. He shall not enter the house. Finite verb is shall. We have not yet received the money. The finite verb is have. He has been studying to pass the exam. The finite verb is has. Ramesh works in a bank. The finite verb is works. We must obey the rules of the road. The finite verb is must. Then we discuss about simple sentence, compound sentence and complex sentence. Then we discussed how to know that a sentence is simple sentence. Then we discussed about 4 different types of simple sentences. They are declarative, interrogative, exclamatory and imperative. Then I asked you to do activity 2. I am dictating the answers in activity 2. Number 1 is Abdul is a strong boy. This is a declarative sentence. Let us move on. Let is there. Imperative sentence. Who told you that story? Question mark is there. Interrogative sentence. How luckily I escaped the accident. Exclamatory mark is there. It is exclamatory sentence. Don't touch a live wire. The begin sentence is don't. It is an imperative sentence. Are you coming with him? Question mark is there. It is interrogative sentence. Turn to page 25 in your grammar book. The verb sentence begins with a verb. Imperative sentence. And last one, who did you give it to? Question mark is there. The sentence begins with WH word. So it is also an interrogative sentence. I hope you have done all the activities correct. Now let us today discuss about the next point. The next one is patterns of simple sentence. Patterns of simple sentence. I have written 5 examples. Birds fly. He bought a pen. They gave me a book. My mother is a teacher. He goes to school every day. We have to discuss about pattern of simple sentence. You can easily know that all are simple. Birds fly, one subject, one predicate, one clause, one finite verb simple. He bought a pen, one subject, one predicate, one clause, one finite verb. They gave me a book, one subject, one predicate, one clause, one finite verb. My mother is a teacher, one subject, one predicate, one clause, one finite verb. He goes to school every day. He subject goes to school every day predicate. So one subject, one predicate, one clause, finite verb is goes. So all are simple. Now we have to know pattern. The pattern of simple sentence, students, is also very easy. You know, pattern means we have to give a particular name to a particular word of a sentence. For example, birds fly. You know, here the name of the word bird is subject and name of the word fly is verb. So here pattern is S plus B, means subject plus verb. Come to here. He bought a pen. He, subject, bought, verb, bought, verb. So he, subject, then verb. And another word is there, a pen. How can you know what is a pen? You know, students, you class 9th, you were taught about object. There are 2 kinds of objects. One is direct object, another is indirect object. How can you know about a direct object? if you put a question using what, and if you get the answer, it is direct object. For example, this one, he bought a pen. If you make a question, what did he buy? Answer is he bought a pen. So here a pen, what gives answer to a pen. For a pen you have to make a question word. So if a word gives answer to the question what, it is direct object. So here it is direct object. You can write it DO or simply you can write O. So your pattern is S plus B plus O. Students, see here, birds fly. There is no other word is there. Come to third. They, subject. Then gave, verb. Then me. Make a question using what? If you make a question using what, it will not give answer to the question me. But if you make a question using who, the answer will be he, me. For example, whom did they give a pen? Answer is me. So me gives answer to the question who or whom. So it is direct object. Sorry, it is indirect object. You can write IO. And another word is there, a book. If you make a question, what did they give me? Answer is a book. A book is direct object. So you can write S plus B plus IO plus DO, or simply you can write S plus B plus O plus O. Remember students, there are two kinds of object. One is direct object, another is indirect object. Direct object generally tells about things. Indirect object generally tells about person. But if you want to now know about direct object or indirect object, you have to make a question using what? For direct object, you have to make a question using what? For indirect object, you have to make a question who. Come to fourth one. My mother is a teacher. Here, my mother is subject. S. Is verb. V. A teacher. What is a teacher? A teacher is a person. So you might have thought that Guruji, a teacher may be indirect object. So make a question using who or whom. If you make a question using whom or who, the answer will not be a teacher. For example, my mother is a teacher. If you want to make a question, what will do? What is your mother? What is your mother? The answer is my mother. No, you have to get answer a teacher. So here, although a teacher looks like a person, a teacher is the name of a profession, it is not object at all. If it is not object, then two other options are there. It may be a complement or adjunct. How can you know about a complement or adjunct? If the word is necessary to make the sentence meaningful, if you cannot drop the word from the sentence, it is complement. But it must not be a direct object or indirect object. So here if I say my mother is, it will be in incomplete sentence. So my mother is a teacher. A teacher is not an object, but it cannot be removed from the sentence. So it is complement. So here pattern is S plus V plus C. Again I am telling, a complement must not be an object, either direct or indirect, but it must be, or it must be necessary, it is necessary to complete the sentence meaningful. Without that word, the meaning of the sentence cannot be fulfilled. Then class 1, he goes to school every day. He, subject, goes, verb, to school. You might have thought it is direct or indirect object. it looks like an indirect object. Make a question using what? You cannot get the answer. If you want to get the answer to school, you have to make a question using where. Where does he go every day? Answer it to school. But if a direct object, it must give answer to the question what. So here to school is not an object, but it is necessary to make the sentence meaningful. If you want to say he goes, it is meaningless. So to school is complement. And look student, every day, if you omit the word from the sentence, if you see he goes to school means he goes to school every day. So every day can be dropped from the sentence. If I drop every day from the sentence, the meaning is fulfilled. This extra word which is not necessary to make the sentence meaningful, it can be dropped from the sentence, is called adjunct. So A. So what are the pattern students? The pattern are, you have to know subject, verb, direct object, indirect object, complement and adjunct. These 6. So when a sentence is given to you and when you are asked to write the pattern, you write subject, verb, direct object, indirect object, complement, adjunct. It is very easy. If there is nothing in a sentence, there must be subject and verb. After subject and verb, if the word gives answer to the question what, it is direct object. If the word gives answer to the question who or whom, it is indirect object. If the word does not give the answer to the question whom and what, necessary, it is complement. If the word can be dropped from the sentence, extra word of the sentence is adjunct. In this way, you can know about a pattern. Dear students, the pattern, the activity about pattern is not given in the grammar book, but I will give an exercise about pattern. Write down, it is additional exercise activity because the activity is not given. I will give after the class is over, after the second chapter is over, I will give an activity about pattern. I will give some question. You have to write which one is SB, which one is SBA, SBC, which one is SBO, which one is SBOC, which one is SBOA. Simply you have to know subject, verb, direct object, indirect object, complement, adjunct. I hope you have understood how to identify this. Okay? Let students come to another point of simple sentence, that is changing of declarative into exclamatory and vice versa. Out of the 4 types of simple sentences, declarative, exclamatory, interrogative and imperative, imperatives cannot be changed into anyone. You cannot change imperative into declarative, you cannot change imperative into exclamatory, you cannot change imperative into interrogative, but another 3 can be changed. For example, you can change declarative into interrogative. In class 9th you are already taught, I don't think to repeat it. For example, I am going to school. Interrogative is where are you where are you going? I am going to school. Am I going to school? They have invited me. Have they invited me? So this is very easy to change declarative into interrogative. It is also easy to change interrogative into declarative. For example, is he your friend? Question mark. Declarative, he is my friend. So these 2 are easy. What is important? Changing declarative into exclamatory and vice versa. Do you know student what is vice versa? Vice versa means its opposite. So today I will teach you how to change declarative into exclamatory and exclamatory into declarative. So what will be given in the exam? You will be given a declarative sentence and you will be asked change it into exclamatory. You will be given an exclamatory sentence. You will be asked to change it into declarative. That's why I have taken 2 declarative and 2 exclamatory. It is a very beautiful building. This is declarative sentence. He paints well. This is a declarative sentence. What a tall boy he is! Exclamatory mark. It is an exclamatory sentence. How beautifully he writes! Exclamatory sentence. So I have written two declarative and two exclamatory. That means we have to change 1 and 2 into exclamatory, and we have to change 3 and 4 into declarative. Students think that it is very difficult to change, but remember student, it is very easy. You have to know the very little trick. It is a little bit difficult to change declarative into exclamatory, but it is that easy, means very easy to change exclamatory into declarative. Take this example. It is a very beautiful building. This is a declarative question, and you are asked to change into exclamatory. What you have to do? You have to identify the subject and verb. This one is subject, this one is verb. Put a mark here. This is part 1, this is part 2. This is part 2, this is part 1. Omit very from the sentence, because in the declarative is very, in exclamatory very is omitted. Now what you have to do? You know, I have already told you in the exclamatory sentence only two WH words are used. One is what, another is how. So now you have to know whether you have to use how or what. How can you know? Take this example. It is a very beautiful building. This sentence is telling about a building. If the sentence telling about a thing, you have to use what. So here you have to use what here at the beginning, because it is telling about a building. After writing what, write down one. What is one? A beautiful building. A beautiful building. And then write down two. What is two? It is exclamatory mark. See students, how easy. You have to break the sentence into two, subject and predicate. Subject, verb and remaining part. Here subject, verb, here remaining part. You have to omit very. Then you have to know whether you have to use how or what. As I have already told you, if it is telling about a thing, you have to use what. Building is thing, so what. Then second part, a beautiful building. Then first part, it is. Then exclamatory mark. Come to here. He paints well. Break the sentence into two parts. He paints, subject, verb, well. So this is one, this is two. He paints well. Now you have to know whether you have to use how or what. He paints well. It is not telling about a person. It is not telling about a person at all. Thing. It is telling about the quality of person or thing. He paints well. It is telling about how he paints. So here you have to use how. Then one, well. Then two, he paints, and exclamatory mark. Students, see how easy. Identify the subject and verb. Give a mark here. The next part is 1, past part is 2. As this is telling about the quality of a person or a thing, how. This is telling about a person or a thing, what. Remember, if the declarative sentence tells about a person or a thing, you have to use what. If the declarative sentence tells about the quality of person or thing, you have to use how. In this way, you can change all the declarative into exclamatory. Now second one, what a tall boy he is. What is it given? Exclamatory. What you have to do? You have to change it into declarative. It is very easy. You have nothing to do. What you have to do? You know, if you change into declarative, the exclamatory mark must not be there. So you have to omit exclamatory mark. What must not be there? the WH word must not be there. You have to omit this one. Now identify the subject and verb. Subject, verb. He is. Put a mark here. This is part 1. This is part 2. Now write down. 1. He is. Then 2. A tall boy. So here answer is he is a tall boy. Again see how I have done. I have to omit what, because what WH word is not used in declarative. I have omitted exclamatory mark, it is not used. Then find out the subject and verb. Subject he, verb is. Put a mark here. This is part 1, this is part 2. Write down part 1 he is, then part 2 a tall boy. He is a tall boy. This becomes a declarative sentence. Here also, how beautifully he writes. Omit exclamatory. Omit WH word. Find out subject and verb. He is subject, writes his verb. This is part 1. This is part 2. Then write 1. He. Then writes. Then what is there? Beautifully, or you can use write very beautifully. Very beautifully. Okay students, in this way you can change declarative into exclamatory and exclamatory into declarative. Again I am telling, it is very easy to change exclamatory into declarative because you have nothing to do. But only omit the WH word and exclamatory word, then you have to identify the subject and verb. But in case of declarative into exclamatory, you have to know one thing, whether to use what or how. Again I am telling, if the declarative sentence tells about a person or a thing, you have to use what. If the declarative sentence tells about the quality of person or thing, you have to use how. For example, Jateshwara Kara is a good teacher. This is telling about Jateshwara Kara. What a good teacher Jateshwara Kara is. But if I say Jateshwara Guruji teaches well, this is telling about teaching quality of Jateshwara Guruji. So you have to write how well Jateshwara Guruji teaches. Okay students, according to this you can do the remaining other activities. Now you can do activity 3. What is activity 3? Activity 3 is about turn the following declarative sentence into exclamatory using how and what at the beginning of the sentence. Another is not given. Changing exclamatory declarative is not given because it is very easy. The weather is very fine. It is telling about the quality of weather. The answer will be how fine the weather is. She is a very intelligent girl. She is a very intelligent girl. It is telling about the girl. What an intelligent girl she is. Basing on this, you can do the other activities, other questions of activity 3. Activity 4 is very easy. There are some verbs in the bracket. Fill in the blanks of following verb, choosing the appropriate verb from the bracket. The verbs are hope, concentrate, make, avoid, take, get. For example, the examination is at hand. Declarative sentence. Dash the best use of your time. Make the best use of time. This becomes imperative. Dash your studies. Concentrate on your studies. Imperative. Dash watching television. Avoid watching television. Imperative. Dash the advice of a teacher when you are in difficulty. Take the advice of a teacher when you are in difficulty. Imperative. Don't dash nervous. Don't get nervous. Begins with don't. Imperative. Always dash for the best. Always hope for the best. Imperative. So the activity 4 is about imperative sentence. Only the first one is declarative, others are imperative. So while writing imperative, if the sentence begins with the word, make the first letter of the word capital. Then write down other small. Okay. to do 3 and 4 activity. After doing 3 and 4, I will give an extra activity. I will give an extra activity on pattern of simple sentence. Write down that answer also. Next class we will discuss about compound sentence. So with this, simple sentence is over. When I am recalling how to identify a simple sentence, how to know how to identify a final verb, what are the different types of simple sentence, what are the different patterns of simple sentence, how to change one simple sentence in another simple. These are the questions of simple sentence. Okay students, I hope you will quickly do the 3 activities I have given today. Thank you.